Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Cleveland Indians vs Minnesota Twins, Houston Astros vs Kansas City Royals, San Diego Padres vs Colorado Rockies, Philadelphia Phillies vs Arizona Diamondbacks, and New York Mets vs San Francisco Giants, which are happening on Tuesday, August 17, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, over and under predictions on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Cleveland Indians vs Minnesota Twins. With Monday's walk-off win, it marks their 3rd straight win and gives them 5 wins out of their last 6 and 8 of their last 11. They've also won 3 straight series against playoff contenders in Houston, Chicago, and Tampa Bay. Unfortunately for the Twins, it's too little, too late at this point, as they're 16 games behind the White Sox in the division and 15 games behind the wild card. Still, with 43 games left in the season, the Twins are playing like they mean it and could very well play spoiler for a lot of AL teams moving forward. Cleveland won the rubber game of their weekend set at home with the Tigers and look to gain some ground in the playoff picture. The Indians entered Monday second in the AL Central, 10 games behind the White Sox for the division lead. In the AL wild card picture, the team was 10 games behind the A's and Red Sox, who occupy the 2 wild card spots. On Sunday, Cleveland wrapped 14 hits with 6 players each recording a pair in the victory. Jose Ramirez, 3 RBI, hammered his 23rd homer of the season in the victory. Tristan McKenzie, 2-5, was in control throughout as he picked up the win. He threw 8 scoreless frames, allowing 1 hit with no walks and 11 strikeouts, before turning it over to the bullpen. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 9.5. Houston Astros vs Kansas City Royals. The Kansas City Royals have been struggling offensively this season, as they are currently tied with the Miami Marlins for 26th in MLB with a .686 OPS. The offense has been scoring runs, as they are averaging 4.08 runs per game. Their offense has been dictating how the team does throughout the month of August, as they are averaging 2.22 runs per game in losses and 6.5 runs per win. Center fielder Michael A. Taylor needs to work on his hitting ability, as it has a .669 OPS with 10 home runs and 41 RBI, while stealing 10 bases on 14 opportunities. If the Royals can score a decent amount of runs, it can dictate how this game will go, and if Kansas City can pull off the upset. Houston is scheduled to hand the ball to left-hander Framber Valdez for his 15th start of the season on Tuesday. The 27-year-old got off to a late start in 2021 after breaking his finger during spring training, but he's picked up right where he left off following a strong 2020 campaign. Valdez is 8-3 with a 3.09 ERA in 14 starts this season, and he's been even better of late, allowing 2 earned runs or fewer in 3 of his last 4 starts. Last time out, Valdez limited the Colorado Rockies to just 1 run and struck out 8 batters in just 6 innings of work. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 9.5. San Diego Padres vs Colorado Rockies. German Marquez was torched for 7 runs over 4 innings on Thursday in a loss to the Giants. Marquez coughed up 7 hits, including a 3-run homer to Lamont Wade in a disastrous 6-run 4th inning. He finished with 6 strikeouts and only issued a pair of walks. The 26-year-old righty has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 7 of his last 9 starts since June 17. He'll carry a solid 3.77 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, and 147 51st KBB ratio across 140 innings, 24 starts, into this tough home tilt against the Padres. Sunday's victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks served as a brief reprieve from losing for the sinking Padres. Granted, they still dropped a 4-game series to arguably the worst team in the league, but at least they managed to avoid getting swept. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 11. Philadelphia Phillies vs Arizona Diamondbacks. It has been a lost season for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but this past weekend was a bright spot as they took 3 out of 4 games from a playoff-caliber team, the San Diego Padres. They had a chance to sweep but lost on Sunday 8-2 to fall to 38-81, last in the NL West. Zach Gallen took the loss, allowing 4 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings. Josh Rojas led the Diamondbacks with 3 hits including a home run. The Phillies will face the Diamondbacks in 7 of their next 12 games. It's a chance for the team not only to take the lead in the NL East division, but they can start to put some distance between themselves and other teams. They can't afford to whiff on this opportunity. I'm not about to anoint the Diamondbacks' offense as particularly dangerous, but they do pack a punch when playing at Chase Field. The San Diego Padres found that out the hard way after they were dinged for 22 combined runs in 3 games. But this is one of the reasons why the Phillies went out and brought in a veteran pitcher like Kyle Gibson, who has a 2.91 ERA with 105 strikeouts and an 8.4 record. He can cool the bats of Arizona and ensure his team gets off to a strong start in the opener. Of course, the Diamondbacks are thinking otherwise after watching his pitches get blown up by the Los Angeles Dodgers in his last outing. My betting advice for that game is to pick over 9. New York Mets vs San Francisco Giants. Logan Webb has been solid this season and has been pitching very well lately. In his last start, he went 6 innings and gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, 0 earned runs, and struck out 8 in a win against the Colorado Rockies. Webb has a record of 6.3 with a 2.96 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, and a 90-26 KBB ratio in 16 starts and 17 appearances this season. Opposing batters are hitting .227 against Webb. He has given up 2 earned runs or less in 10 straight starts. He has given up 0 home runs in 8 starts and has not given up more than 1 home run in any game this season. The Giants' pitching staff has been tremendous this season. As a team, they are top 5 in the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, WHIP, and batting average against. They are first in walks allowed and WHIP. Reliable right-hander Marcus Stroman is scheduled to toe the rubber at Oracle Park for the Mets on Tuesday. The 30-year-old is 8-11, despite posting a stellar 2.79 ERA in 24 starts this year. Stroman pitched into the 6th inning of his last start against the Washington Nationals, striking out 8 batters and walking just 2 in 5 innings of work. The right-hander has given up 2 earned runs or fewer in 5 of his previous 6 outings, but he's completed 6 innings just 1 time during that span. The Mets veteran is in the midst of arguably his most complete MLB season. He's fanned 7.3 batters and walked just 2.10 batters per 9 innings of work in 2021. While Stroman's ground ball rate has taken a hit, he's held opposing hitters to a slim .237 batting average, the lowest rate of his career, and his 15.4 KBB percentage is his highest mark since his rookie season. My betting advice for that game is to pick under 8. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.